Yes. Hello, friends. In Bratislava, Jews have been living since ancient times. We know that the Jews lived here in the time of the Romans. This was the city. It was called the gateway to Hungary. A lot of years, the main city of Hungary was Bratislava, which is also on the Danube. Much later, it became Buda or Altoiven, Budapest. So that's the bridge. That's the Danube. This would be the old city walls of Bratislava, Pressburg. Now, earliest record we have are from Eden that were living in the time of the 13th century, the Balatoisus. I think is we have enough Rabbeinu Yoina. There's also records of in 1330 of a letter from the Pope to demolish a synagogue. So that's also a written record that we have. Although that we don't hear much about them, the Jews in Bratislava were a very quiet community. They kept to their own, weren't very big in the beginning. They were completely expelled in 1360, only to come back in the 16th century by the family here that ruled. They built a big castle. They weren't allowed to live inside the walls. They lived here in this area. You can't see it from here because the buildings are blocking, but further up here was their castle. So they had to live outside the walls, the city walls, on their own private streets. This was the Jewish quarter. We know that they were again had to leave. They had to leave again in the 16th century for a certain time, 17th century. I'm sorry, and then they came back, and they built up the community quite big. What is very well famous known as for is the Chassam Sofer, who lived over here. He moved here in the beginning of the 1800s. He held the yeshiva, and that was made the community very prestigious.